friends, what's up? Don't freak out, it's still Liba. I'm still here. I'm still under this wig. Don't you worry. So today's video is going to be my Instagram followers pick my makeup. So this will be very fun because I'm actually really excited with the picks that you guys ended up picking. So yeah, this is a completed look because I actually remembered to record an intro when I was done doing my makeup, surprisingly. And I'm so shocked. Like, I love like the foundation, the highlighter, even these lashes. Like, these are all products that I haven't picked out of my collection in such a long time. So I'm so happy you guys voted for the ones that you did. But I'm so shocked and I love the way that it came out. So if you guys want to know what products were picked, what products I used, and all that good stuff, let's just get right into the video. Alright, so as always, I'm gonna put on my handy dandy thing that keeps makeup out of my hair. You guys, my hair is growing. Never gonna cut it again, I promise. God, I was just going through some shit, wasn't I? So a total of about 40,000 of you guys had voted, so 38,000 on my Insta stories. So let's get started. I tried to make sure whenever I gave you guys the options, I gave a higher end option and a drugstore option. So this one for primer, I had asked you guys either to do CoverGirl or Smashbox primer, and 66% of you guys voted for Smashbox, which I was actually shocked over because a lot of the choices that you guys picked were high end, so that's kind of funny. But I'm using my Smashbox Photo Finish Smooth and Blur primer, and I also tried to use brands that I don't use all the time on my channel. So my eyebrows, I'm gonna have to get microbladed again, you guys, because right now there's no product in it. But as you guys can see, there's some places where the pigment didn't really stay, and I don't think the pigment was dark enough because the girl said it's always better if we go lighter in color and then build it up compared to if we go darker and then not be able to go light again. For foundation, I had given you guys two options. It was between Maybelline or Wet n Wild, and you guys chose Maybelline. I'm gonna use my Maybelline 24-hour stay whatever foundation. The name is way too long for me. It's 24-hour foundation. Never mind, it's not that long. So I'm just gonna use this, and it's so funny because if you guys remember when I first tried this, like way back when it first came out, I for some reason didn't like it. It is a super thick coverage foundation though, you guys, so I always go in with a little bit, but I didn't like it at first, and then I stopped using it. I only used it that one time because I felt like it got so oily on my face, and then I tried it again when I went to New York Fashion Week, and it lasted so well. So I don't know, maybe I just like used the wrong primer that day or something, but I'm just gonna like kind of stipple it onto my brush and do one of these where I'm just kind of lightly applying that foundation onto my face, and then I'm gonna take a beauty blender and blend this out. I find like it just helps me make sure that I put just enough foundation instead of like putting on too much and then regretting it. So I like to start off with a super thin layer. So I'm so happy that you guys are happy that my vlogs are back. I didn't know that you were missing them so much. I actually miss vlogging too now. Like, I feel like I have a purpose with my everyday life. I have to vlog it all. I'm just gonna keep it at that one thin layer. I don't feel like I need too much coverage. Next, for concealer, I asked you guys between MAC and Maybelline, and 55% of you guys chose MAC, so I guess that's what I'm gonna use. It's funny because when I had put all this up, I thought a lot of the drugstore items would win, but surprisingly they didn't. So I'm gonna use my MAC Pro Longwear concealer. So I'm just going to dab 1, 2, 3 dots. 1, 2, 3, and start with that. I'm going to use the same brush and just use it to distribute the product like around my eye, above my eye as well. And then I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and, well, this isn't a beauty blender. This is the Tarte Quickie Sponge. This and the beauty blender to me are like identical. So for the concealer, I'm definitely gonna add another layer. I don't feel like it's bright enough under my eye. I want it to be brighter. I don't remember why I stopped using the MAC concealer. I know I used to use it a lot, but I think it might have been because it is super thick coverage, and at one point I stopped using full coverage stuff because I had really bad acne, and then I was noticing when I was packing on too much product, it was just looking even more like my skin looked worse than it did before. Fully stopped using full coverage stuff. Now that my skin is okay, and I also now know that less is more with full coverage products, that like now I can, you know, use it. So I actually made a mistake and I forgot to ask you guys what setting powder I should use. So I don't have one for that. So I'm just gonna quickly set my face, and I won't include that in the video because I didn't have you guys pick it, so it's not fair. But I am gonna just quickly set my under eye at least and the rest of my face, and then we'll get right into eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna bake a little bit under my eye. For eyeshadow, I had asked you guys between ColourPop or Urban Decay and Once again, 54% of you guys chose Urban Decay, so I'm gonna use their new palette that they came out with, and this is the Born to Run palette, and this is really cool because all these pictures, by the way, that I found out on this palette were taken by like Urban Decay employees. I really like the palette and it feels so nice and heavy and sturdy, and the colors in here are right up my alley. They're more like warm. There's a few more cool ones here, but like this area here is my jam. So I'm gonna use that. I want to do a dark lip today because I haven't done a dark lip in such a long time. So I'm going to try to keep the eyes as neutral as possible. To start off with, we're gonna go in with this color called Breakaway, and it's like a shimmery beige type of color. So we're gonna use this all over the lid and just blend it like upwards towards my brow bone. I always like to put an eyeshadow as a base on the lids because I always find that my eyeshadows on top blend out better. So let's go in with this color called Riff, which is this one here, and I'm gonna put this into my crease. And then I'm going to pack on this color called Ignite. It's like a copper shimmery shade, and it looks like this. It's super pretty, and I'm just gonna put this all over my lid. Then I'm going to go in with this color called Punk, dark, kind of like a chocolate brown, and I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and then pop it on to my crease. I always start off in the middle and then work my way out. I'm not going to darken out my outer V too much because I actually just want, like, I don't want my eyes to be too dark because I'm gonna have such a dark lip. So we're gonna finish the eyes first. I'm gonna go into this color called Blaze, and it's kind of like a champagne color, and I'm just gonna take this on a pencil brush. I'm also gonna wet it, and then I'm gonna pop this into the inner corner of my eyes. Oh, this is such a pretty color. It has kind of like an iridescence of pink to it. And then for my bottom eyelash, I'm gonna take a blending brush and just go in with that color called Riff, and that's all I'm gonna put at the bottom of my lashes. Once again, I don't want the eyes to be super heavy because I want the lips to be the main focus. So then after that, I think I asked you guys for eyeliner, and I did. So for eyeliner, I gave you a choice between NYX and Tarte, and 59% of you guys chose NYX. Thank God. I hope that it was because you guys knew that NYX was my favorite. The NYX eyeliner will be my favorite eyeliner till I die. Not even lying to you guys. So I'm just gonna do this and put a wing. I haven't put a wing eyeliner on in such a long time. My wings are never, ever equal, and it makes me so mad. But what can you do? For mascara, I gave you guys a choice between the new Milk Mascara, the Kush Mascara, or the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, and the Kush Mascara actually won. So I'm just gonna put this all over my lashes. I actually really love this mascara. I can't say enough good things about it. I love the way that it makes my eyelashes look. Every time I put this on, I don't even feel like I need to put on eyelashes. Do you guys see that? Like, it's crazy, right? We're almost done. I feel like we should go back to the face and then do our eyelashes last. For bronzer, I gave you guys a choice between Makeup Forever and Too Faced and Too Faced 1. So I'm gonna use their Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This one here. I love the way that this tastes. If you guys own like the Too Faced bronzers or whatever, you know every time you tap it off and the powder goes like spraying everywhere and it gets in your mouth, it tastes so good. So then for blush, I gave you guys a choice between NARS and NYX and NARS 1. I'm gonna end up using the NARS what palette is the Wanted 2 palette. I really like this because there are so many colors to choose from, and I always like mixing a bunch. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this color switch thing. Is like literally a lifesaver, you guys. What the hell? Okay, so I'm going to mix this peach color here and this pastel pink type of color. We all know blush is my favorite. I love it so much. I always like to apply like a good generous amount wherever I like it, and then I always kind of take a clean brush and I blend out the edges so it kind of blends in nicely even if I have a lot. Oh my gosh, why don't I use this foundation more often? It literally makes my skin look so flawless. I love it. I'm loving the way that it's coming out. I'm really shocked that a lot of you guys picked higher end stuff rather than the drugstore options that I gave. Okay, so next for highlight, I gave you the option between Anastasia Beverly Hills or Becca and Anastasia 1. So I'm gonna go in with the Nicole Guerrero palette because this was one of my favorite palettes from her. I think I'm gonna use the Shadows Glow Getter and Forever Lit. I'm gonna mix them together. Also going to wet my brush once I put the powder on. Just a little bit, not too much. I feel like I put too much of the Forever Lit color on, which is kind of like a white, you know, tint. So I'm gonna put more of the Glow Getter just on top to warm it up. And then if it's still too much, I just go in with my beauty blender and I blend it out. So next, I had asked you guys what lashes to use, and it was between Lily Lashes and Huda Lashes because those are the two I use most often, and Huda Beauty one. So I'm gonna try to pick out a pair that I really like. So I'm gonna use her lashes in Samantha. I haven't used these in a very long time, so that's what I'm gonna do. I've been really liking Lily Lashes a lot recently. I love their Mink collection. It's such good lashes. I always have to cut my lashes. I don't know about you guys. They're always way too long for me, like way too long. My favorite glue, by the way, is the Iris Beauty my glue thing. It's the best glue ever. Literally, your eyelash will never fall off. Okay, lashes are on. Next, we're gonna do lips. I gave you guys an option between Tarte and Lancome and Tarte 1. So I'm going to use one of their liquid lipsticks. I think this will work. I love using a dark lip anyway. So I'm going to use the Tarte's lip paint in Acid Wash, and it's like a super dark, deep purple color. Just going to pop this on the lips. I love this color, by the way. This formulation of the lipsticks, like the liquid lipsticks that Tarte has, you guys can literally swim in it and it will not come off. Like, I promise you, it will not come off. These and the Maybelline Superstay are like my top 2 favorites when it comes to long-lasting liquid lips. Whew. Okay, I'm always really careful when applying my liquid lipsticks because if I mess it up, it's gonna ruin everything. Just gonna let this dry. I love the way that this looks. It's my favorite color ever. Last but not least, one of the last questions I had asked you guys was for setting spray, and this was between the Body Shop setting spray and Urban Decay setting spray, and 62% of you guys told me to use Urban Decay, so that's what I'm gonna finish this look off with. I have their all-nighter setting spray, so I'm gonna just spray this all over my face. I think that's it, right? I think I went through everything. Yeah, I did. Let me quickly just fix this hair and I will BRB. Don't freak out, it's still me. It's still Liba under this. I'm testing out new colors, new hairstyles, new everything while I can before I decide on, like, you know, a new hair color and stuff. Are we feeling this wig? Are we feeling, for everybody that always told me to dye my hair my natural color, this would be my natural color. So like I don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not something that I find that appealing, but you guys can let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you to everybody who voted and like participated in this video. I really appreciate it. It was actually such a fun video and I love the way that this came out. It made me use like products I haven't used in such a long time, like this Nicole Guerrero highlighting palette I'm gonna keep out, and also the Maybelline foundation. Oh my god, I'm gonna be using that all the time now because my skin looks, I'm trying to find a mirror, my skin looks so good. Like, it looks so freaking good. I'm just gonna make sure I have it out all the time to use. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye.